Stars. I'm your host, Jordan Love, and we are experiencing winter on the set of Chatting in the Stars. I'm so cold. It's not, I'm telling you, well clad. So we are going to be talking tonight with Spici Vici, a female international comedian is on set with us tonight. And we were just having a ball backstage here before the program started. And Spici is late. So I'm making you understand why Chatting with the Stars is late tonight. But she was worth it. It was an honor to have. It's an honor to have her on set, and she's worth it. I guess you know how that is, stardom. Anyway, welcome to the set, Spici Vici. Nice to have you.
Thank you.
In speaking with Spici today, I found out that she was a character as a child. She was quite a vivacious kid, I should say, at that time. And we want to know, how is she a character? Spici, what is your real name, first of all?
Well, my real name is kind of complicated. It's not complicated, though. It's Shavani.
Shawa?
CMT. It's not hear me talk about. Shavani.
Shavani.
Yes, Shavani. See?
Spell it.
IT.
IT?
Yes.
IT and fancy. Oh, spell it.
Oh, you think me never go to school?
She have one sense, but she have enough common sense. Well, no, spell your name.
Oh, S-H-A-V as in Victor, A-N-I-E.
Shavani.
Shavani, yes.
And how did you end up with the name Spici Vici?
Well, because I'm the girl with the spice and I'm a vice, and so I got the name Spici Vici.
From where?
I go dig it up far, no miss. We were trying to come up with something, you know, and that was the one, that Spici Vici, the girl with the spice in our vice, and that was the name that came up, and I thought it, you know, it matched me very well because my voice spicy bad, so them say.
How is your voice, Spici?
Well, I do different accents.
Oh, can we get a piece of the accent now?
Well, what accent would you really like me to use today?
Oh, wow. You went British.
I do. You know, I lived in England for a little while, you know?
Oh.
I did.
You did?
Absolutely. I've never been there, but I lived there for a while, you know?
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. What was your childhood upbringing like? What schools? Where were you born?
Initially, I was born in Portland, Jamaica. And I moved to Kingston at age 11. And then I left Jamaica at age 16. And now I'm still 16, by the way, but I've been in America for quite some time, but I'm still 16. So.
You don't look 16.
I don't? Oh my gosh. What do I look, 12?
Yeah, you look younger. Yes, you want to be cute, I'm telling you. What schools did you go to?
I went to Norwich Primary, Armsville Primary, which was called Armshouse. Then I went to Vauxhall High School, which was called Bellevue High, because I grew up it was right next to Bellevue Hospital, which explained my behavior at times. And in America, I went to Coconut Creek High School. And from Coconut Creek, I went to Broward College.
What do you do away from being a comedian?
I'm currently a medical assistant.
Okay. That's what you studied for at school?
Yes.
Yes.
I always wanted to be a lawyer, though.
Oh, okay.
Still do. Still want to be a lawyer.
Still want to be a lawyer.
Yes. I'm very talkative, you know, and very defensive. Always defending my point. So.
We're getting there. We're getting there too. Spici. It's very defending your people. That would be your call.
I like to, you know, I like justice. I always want to split justice where I think justice is due.
This is
so I always want to split justice, and I want to be the one to be out there. I'm the voice of the people.
Okay.
And myself.
And yourself. Do you love what you do? Do you love being a medical assistant?
I do. I like to help people. But then, the two things, they're very conflicting because, sometimes you're at work. I'm very jovial. So at work, I'm also jovial, but a serious something,
Mm-hmm.
So it's always like back and forth. So sometimes there was never a problem in balancing being a comedian and being a medical assistant, though the two things are completely different.
The night and day.
Night and day.
Does the people at work know that you're a comedian?
Some of them.
And there's...
I separate the two.
Okay.
I'm gonna like people in my business, but sometimes they find out, and so they know. Not my patients though. Keep your patient them out of your business, lest they find out.
So then they're gonna know if you're on Facebook Live right now. Then they'll now see you and know that you're a comedian. You didn't think about that?
Jeez, when I have it on Facebook. You guys have me on Facebook Live?
Yes.
Jeez, on peace. Everybody know my business now. No, me not have no secret no more.
No.
Lord have mercy. How am I really come to? Now everybody know me business. So miss, you couldn't tell me, say they are going to put me on Sunday.
You are an honored guest, so we have to make sure that everybody sees you.
Oh my goodness, what is your problem? Oh.
We have no problem at all.
Why did you not tell me that I was going to be on this team?
Well, you know that RHR TV is widely known.
But in my country, we don't go on things unless we know that we are going on the things. But we are on the RHR. We are on RHR TV, oh.
Yeah.
Hey. I am so happy right now. Hey, you should have told me that a long time ago.
Now you can
we are on, yes, we are on RHR TV. Hello to the people out there in RHR TV. Oh.
Well, did you ever know that you would be a comedian?
Well, always, no, I didn't know. Always wanted to be an actress.
Okay.
That was, as a kid growing up, that's something I always wanted to do. But a comedian, no.
What made you decide to do that?
Well, Thief Sammy style, my band with 2 cents. The main one is nonsense. I have a little bit of common sense, I back it up, but the main one is nonsense. And I went to a play one day and met Sammy, and my cousin introduced me to Sammy and tell Sammy, take that one, you're idiot. But at this point you don't know, are you supposed to be, are you supposed to receive the fact that somebody call you an idiot? Are you supposed to be vexed? But then it was mixed feelings. I just receive it, and me and Sammy, he gave me his number and I called him, and from there we've been working together.
Okay, so you're from the scenes from Jamaica as well, or here?
Here.
Okay.
So it all started here in America.
What was your first gig like? Were you nervous?
No, not really. No, I wasn't nervous. I was probably late. But not nervous.
What's up with you and this being late?
Why? By the time I jump on the road, because what happened, one time, serious something now. I'm Haitian, right? So what happened one time is my great-grandmother, when she come to America, she was driving on the highway. And she was driving in a cop pull over, and cop say, "Ma'am, you are speeding." And my grandmother said, "Oh no, sir, I'm not speeding." He said, "Yes, you are going 195 miles an hour." And my grandmother said, "Oh no, the sign say 195 miles. And the cop said, "No, ma'am, the sign say I-95. And my grandma said, "Oh, it is a good thing I did not get it for 41. So from that day, I don't speed because I am not trying to get in trouble. So I don't look at what the signs say. I just drive my merry little ways. And because of that, I get to place later. I try to be early, but I just get late.
And you're always late. You're known for that?
No, I'm not known for being late. I'm known for being spicy Vici, the girl with the spice in our vice.
Okay. So,
What is it that asked me? I said, oh Lord Jesus.
yes, we're going to ask you all types of questions because on Chatting with the Stars, that's what we do. We ask all types of questions, especially when you're a comedian. I'm looking forward to be laughing, and I'm already laughing. So, we enjoy your set. We enjoy what you bring to the table. How about your being a comedian in a man's world? How is that? How did you know this is really the genre of entertainment
Well,
that's really male dominant?
I learned that it's a man's world, but they're nothing without this girl. So, in the comedy business, I don't think of gender. You know, I fit in. So sometimes I'm not sure if I'm a woman, man, or me a woman. I just fit in, you know. So when I'm with the guys,
You're what?
I am a guy. So I fit in with them, you know. So I grew up with all boys pretty much. Well, no, I grew up in a house that was balanced. It was 3 females and 3 males as kids. But then the neighbors had all boys, and then the other neighbor boys. So every corner we turned, I'd be a boy. So I grew up like a little tomboy. Kind of, because I hang out with the boys. I did everything they did: play football, play solid kick, marble, everything. So I did everything the boys did. So for me, it's pretty normal. It's a normal environment. There's nothing like, you know, I'm a girl and, you know, it's just normal.
Okay. And this was back home in Jamaica?
Back home in Jamaica.
What was it like living in Jamaica?
For me, it was nice. I don't have any bad experience growing up in Jamaica. I love the way I grew up. I personally feel like it's the last of the good generation. Initially, you know, I'm a little country girl, so the way I grew up with my grandmother, all these other things. So I learned how to wash, cook, clean, don't know if it's so. I'm fully domesticated. So I know how to do all these little things, and you learn respect and manners. Like when I came to America, it was a whole different lifestyle because I'm in school and the things the kids do.
Such as?
You know, like the way they behave in class, the way they talk to the teachers. And I'm like, no, sir. In a Jamaica teacher, grab that and lick that down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the whole thing, like, it was like a huge change for me when I, you know, looking at these kids and the way they behave and talk and no respect for people. We grow up, please, excuse me, thank you, you're welcome, all these things. And watching these kids, they step past you, saying hi is pretty much a disrespect.
Right, and you had to call to all your neighbors while going to school or going out.
Absolutely. And, you know, kids never get involved in big people things. Okay. If my mother and your mother cuss, or my mother and you cuss, me can't step past you, because then me get a beating for that. I have to still pass and say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, you know. So when I came here, it was like a total different environment. So growing up in Jamaica,
how did you transition from such a night and day atmosphere?
Well, as I tell you, I learned to adjust.
Okay.
I learned to adjust to situations, and if you can't change something, then what are you gonna do? You just have to adjust to certain things. Now, I'm not going to change who I am to please you. However, you just have to adjust to situations. You just have to know this is how it is, and if you can't do anything about it, then it's what it is, and you just have to work with it.
Did you ever feel that there's the limit where you're not able to do anything about it, or individually you put your foot down?
Well, I put my foot down always. I am who I am. My mom always tell me I don't lead followers. I lead leaders. I raise leaders. Sorry, I don't raise followers. So I've always been a leader.
Okay.
You know, when you go to school, at girl drink bag juice, lie tell me I'm a bag juice. Oh, me dey chicken back at my house, lie tell me eat chicken back, me eat tin mackerel and all of them someday. So the whole hot girl part, the whole hot girl everything, hot girl do this, hot girl, me do everything where the hot girl them supposedly don't do. So I was always that leader. So you have to do what I do. and not me doing what you're doing. Because my mom, she don't play that game. So
what's your mom like? What kind of woman raised you and had you?
Well,
Tell me.
My mother was one mad woman. She's still crazy. My mom is crazy. Very strict. She give you, as Jamaicans say, give you a rope for hang yourself. She would allow you to do things. However, if she see I go too far, she just pull you in her like a rope. Me get enough beaten as a child, you know. I think I was a pretty good kid, but me get no fleek.
Why?
Well, I was mostly with my grandma. Me and my grandma was night and day. I was probably a rebellious child, like, and I don't take disrespect. And I don't care who you are. If you're and then trying to, you know, them say try spite you or whatever, you couldn't spite me. Because if you try to spite me, I'm gonna do a bunch of foolishness, and then I'm gonna get on top of your nerve. So I was that child for get on top of your nerve when me think you try to spite me. So because then my grandma would always complain to my mom, and then Sunday was the beating day, I tell you. Sunday, I tell you. Because I grew up in Saturday church. So my mom lived in Kingston at the time, so my mom come over. Saturday, you're nice and you get everything from town. Sunday now, my mother start to wash the clothes, then and she call you. But look, oh, and then she start beat one. And once she start beat one, you know, all the way I get beaten, and then you remember everything we do from the beginning of the week to the end of the week, and we get beaten feet. But my mom, she was nice, very caring, very caring. Even now, my mom, she's very caring. She's a giving person.
How does she feel about you doing your career of a comedian?
She's very supportive. She's always been a very supportive mother. I guess growing up, she didn't have the support she wanted or the support she yearned for. So because of that, she support her kids. And sometimes she don't quite agree with the things that they're doing, but she support them. She says that is what you wanted. Pretty much, growing up, single mom, pretty much, for the most part. Then I have a younger brother. His dad was in the picture, so he was there, but he wasn't there.
Okay.
So he was that father that loved you from a distance. He give you everything, but he wasn't very active
in that role.
So, you know, the father that I looked for, you know, I wasn't the child. I didn't care about material things. Still don't. It's not all about money and riches and giving me this and giving me that. But me, it's always about you being present.
Okay.
So.
We're coming up to when your transition came. You're in school, you're doing medical assistant, but you're yearning to be more than that. Always. What was that transition like for you to make the decision that this is something that I can go and do and be successful at it?
Well, the thing is, there's always room for growth. And if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. Personally, I always say, a 9 to 5 can't pay me.
Okay.
9 to 5 cannot pay me, because when I come here, I clock in, and you cannot pay me. Okay. So, I will always have a void of wanting more. Not being greedy, but until I get to where I think, okay, I'm all right here, and I'm balanced, I'm on a level field, then I will always try to climb.
Right.
And even then, you're always trying to learn. It's always about growth. And if you're not going forward, if it's not upward movements, then it don't make sense.
Okay. So you got up one day and you planned your show act. What did you plan to do?
Well,
working with Sammy is very tough because he is a real serious comedian.
All right.
And how to match up with that?
Working with Sammy.
And for those who don't know who Sammy Question is a Jamaican international act known as Sammy Question, and his partner was a petty chief. So we want to make sure we know who the Sammy we're speaking
Sammy
with.
Question is the legend of comedy. Sammy is the first comedian who brought comedy to dancehall. No, Sammy is a Christian comedian. I think the hardest part about being a comedian, working with Sammy, is that Sammy's life has changed completely. He's not on the street, yaga yaga, blah 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 blah. So his thing now is straight. He's preaching Christ. It's Christianity. And one, getting the Christian crowd to come out is not always the easiest thing because they don't know what they're looking into. The jokes that we do is totally different. It's clean. There's no cussing and no anything loose. It's a family thing that we do, where you could bring out your daughter, you could bring out your mom, you could bring your kids, and you could bring your parents, and you don't feel bad because you're like, oh my gosh, I really this me carry my mother come listen to. You bring them out and they can enjoy themselves. Clean comedy, you go home and you feel good and everything all right. Everybody gets a good laughter and everything. So working with Sammy.
And we're talking from back then, before he was saved, was his jokes, because Sammy is known to go anywhere. I've never heard, a matter of fact, Pepsi Teen Splash, you know, to work with teens, and you know, he had to be that clean.
Well, he was more versatile then.
Okay.
You know, where maybe now and then it's not like all the way, it's not brawling, but then, you know, dealing with Christians and stuff, there are certain things that you might think is okay, but they don't think it is. So though you're not cussing, you might say something and they just think that is not appropriate at all.
Okay.
And so you have to feel out the crowd, and you have to know this is this type of people, this is who I'm working with.
So you come before time and see who the people you're going to perform to?
Well, most of the times you know the crowd that you're working with. You don't always know, but sometimes you'll know, all right, this is the type of people may I work with. And sometimes, well, I don't come before time, but Sammy Ed, you know, it and Sammy look out and Sammy say the people them, and Sammy say spicy. And this I go on and I say, yeah, spicy already? I say, yeah man, I got it. So that was always the behavior. So initially when I met Sammy, I meet up with him and we sit down and him write out 2 joke and him say spicy at this. And I write it out and I remember it, and we build a little routine around it. But for the most part, we just go to the show, outside the show, and we talk to little something, blah, 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 blah. All right, when we're going to do this, we're going to do this first. All right, and we go up on stage and we work.
And with Sammy,
Yeah,
how do you
Sammy.
keep your face straight from not laughing?
Well,
Because I believe that's a
that
gift.
part, I don't know. I guess that it just have to come naturally.
So you can do it to where you're giving jokes and you don't fall out laughing.
I don't ever laugh when I'm giving a joke. I don't ever laugh when I'm giving a comedy business a serious business, you know.
Tell me a little bit about
I see serious something, man. So, you know, yeah, joke, you know. I'm trying to make you laugh. But I can't imagine me I'm here to tell you. Now you're not gonna hear anything I'm saying.
Right.
So what's the point in me I try to give you a joke and me I laugh out the joke? Oh yeah, go bex. Cause me da bex, you know. Cause me I want back my money, you know. Me I fling tomato up on stage, you know. And me always walk with my little tomato, you know. But cause me always hungry. So I walk with my tomato and me I go bex and me I have to go fling my tomato lick you down. No sir.
How do you see other acts?
I love comedy. I love to laugh. Really love to laugh. Always that.
All right, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Are you in need of home improvements? From ceiling to floors, cabinets, and doors, Newcraft Home Improvement and Cabinetry. Custom bathrooms, kitchen, wood floor, molding, painting, and more. Contact us at 754-367-0403 or 954-559-1506. Email newcraft@ymail.com. Visit us at newcraftimprovements.com.
We are Fab Five, and you're tuned to Real Hard Roots TV.
Keep watching.
Roots TV are the boss.
Fab Five.
Crossroads.
Christian.
Okay. Welcome back to Chatting with the Stars. I'm your host, Jordan Love, and we're in the studio with Spici Vici, a comedian who's international and is from Jamaica, but was raised here in the United States of America. And we're talking about what were we talking about again?
Talk about everything.
Everything else. We're talking about the comedy, about giving jokes and not laughing and being serious, and how serious the comedy business is. Do you find it very competitive to be in a comedian?
I don't. I don't really compete. I do my best. So for me, it's not a competing thing. It's not a me better than you and you better. It's not a competing thing. It's at the end of the day when you know you do your best and you make people laugh. That is all that matters. So I don't think it's a competitive thing. You do have people who might try to compete, but what's the point of competing? We're all aiming for the same thing. We're aiming to make people laugh and make them have a good time, and know you come out, you spend your money, you sit down, you watch a show, and you love where you watch, you go home back, and 2 days later you sit down at work and probably a little stress hit, and you start laughing and everybody wonder if you're crazy. But you just remember a joke that, one of the comedians gave on stage, and you say, boy, So my aim is to please and not to compete.
Have you ever displeased a crowd? You ever work a crowd that is so tough that, and how did you get around it?
I can't think about a time working a crowd that the crowd was displeased. I can't think of the time, because as I say, I'm born with 2 cents. The main one, the biggest sense is nonsense. So when I go out, I aim to please.
Yeah.
And if my sister you not laugh, me I go aim like a higher, because something must hit. If me say John Brown and you not laugh, then I go say Mary Jane, you must laugh. So I aim to please, and sometimes you realize sometimes things cannot take a little time for it. Yes, alright, that one in our work, you move on to the next one quick, and you have to draw the laugh.
Okay.
If it not come out under 1 ear, and them not catch it, yes, because sometimes the joke, you give it, but it kind of delay in them getting realize it. And that you just say, it delay, you have to have a backup real quick for lick back under one day to make them know, say, yeah. So I can't think of a time that I had a crowd and the crowd was not pleased.
Okay. And your act has a lot of colloquial, languages.
Yeah, I do different. I do the island. I do the accent of the islands. I go down to Trinidad. I pick up the boy. I do the accents from the islands. So I'm all over the place. So I do the country Jamaican. I'll me tell you, y'all say, if pick up his sit now, fight wrong, and until you pick up his sit now, fight wrong. You don't know what me I go do with him. And then I do the downtown girl. You know how the downtown girl am gone?
No, please tell us.
You really want me to go into the downtown?
Yes, I wanted to go into the downtown girl.
So I go and John beg you sing no. They are money no my girl. Ya go on so how long me no see you go there? Beg you something man. So I do the different,
Different voices, different accents.
I do different accents, different dialects, because Jamaica. Not even dialect. Jamaica full of different languages.
Yeah, every parish. Every parish has a different,
Because you're the one there and they say, you don't know what I'm saying, a different language, and not even dialect. It's a whole different language within itself. So I speak the different Jamaican languages. Our country full of different language.
Are you proud of what you do?
I am proud of what I do.
How long have you been doing comedy?
How long? I've been doing comedy for probably about 6 years and counting. I'm still 16, guys, but I've been doing comedy for about 6 years.
6 years. What about payment? How do you, stand your ground that you earn? You don't just go out there and do this without getting a paycheck at the end of the day. Can you live by what you do? Can you live by comedy?
I can. I can live by comedy.
But there's a but there.
I don't see it. Where's the but? No, I can live by comedy. Yeah, I can live by comedy.
You can live by comedy.
I can. When me and my partner, when we go out there and we work, we do also do charity work.
Okay.
We do. Because there are times when you have, like say a church is doing a function and it's a fundraiser or something like that, and they ask us, hey, can you perform? We're not going to kill them. So if you could do some charity work, like giving is always good. So we're always giving back. So, but when you go out there and you work, and people like your work, they're always going to pay you. Yes. They're always going to pay you. And some of them at first, they might think, oh, you're not worth this. But then after seeing your work, they're like, oh my gosh, So we actually have an upcoming movie.
Yes, tell us about that movie that's coming out.
We have an upcoming movie. I think it's a life-changing movie. The name of it is Crossroads. My role. Alright, the first thing is the moment I saw that script, I could make a phone call to the director and just say, you don't have to even tell me who I am in there, because I know. Because the moment I saw it, I already fit in I just slide right into my character. I'm a rowdy girl who's out there on the street, go every party. No party not miss me. And my neighbor, which is my close friend, she tried to get me in church, she do everything to get me in a church. And my boyfriend was also a party guy, and she invited him to church, and he went, and I was upset with him. And after a while, after the neighbor preach, one night I went to a dance, and things happened in a dance. I got shot, finally reaching a church. Nobody no more Christian than me, But my role is it speaks to me, what this play is just so real, and you're feeling everything. It's like it's so spiritual, reading the play and even doing rehearsals and stuff. And I'm like, this is a life-changing play. It's a must-see. It's a play and a movie.
It's a play and a movie.
So it is a must-see. So we're in the process of filming it right now.
When do you start filming?
Well, we started not too long ago. We started about a couple months, and we're still working on it. So, and with the whole season change and everything, and they have outdoor scenes, so we're in Florida. The weather, I call it bipolar, because one moment it's hot, one moment it's cold, one moment the sun out, next 2 seconds the rain. So you have to we try to work with the weather as much as possible. So we're in the process, and for the cold season, man, cold not take tea. It's like, oh, you are freeze right now, and me I feel summer. No, it's always the opposite way around. I'm always cold. So
you want to switch?
Well, you can stay in your winterland. I will continue with summer right now.
So this is an accomplishment for you, being now finally wanting to be an actress. Now you're finally getting to be an actress.
I'm getting there.
So you're meeting your goals. What other goals do you have? What are your hobbies? I mean, when you make people laugh and all that, what do you use to sustain you?
Well, I love music. Love music. I don't do music, but I love music, and that's one of the things who get me through anything I'm going through. If I'm ever down, I listen to music. I go to the beach and listen to the waves and stuff and all of that. It just, you know, it rejuvenates me. So, music, everything. I love music.
Any special artists and any special song that you like?
Well, funny, the genre I love best is country music.
Wow, you're a country and western
I
girl.
love country music. One of my favorite artists is Dolly Parton.
Oh my
I
God.
love Dolly.
So you call it? Do you
There's-
call it her?
I
records?
don't. I've been to one of her concerts.
You
but
did? What was that like?
It was a great performance. Like, this was 2011, so you have, you know, Dolly being 5 million years old, and you know she's still active and moving around, dancing and everything. You're like, look at that, like a 16-year-old girl on the stage, you know. Her music. I think one of the things that draw me to her music is the fact that she don't leave God aside. Everything she makes sure she keep God
in
into the
it.
loop.
Yeah.
So even at her concert, you know, she talk about God and everything, and you know, it's like, yeah, you have somebody, and a lot of times these people, when they get to where they're going to, they forget who helped them to get there. And you know, God play a big part in everything. For me, like, I have testimonies always, and I'm like, he's been so good to me. How can I leave him out? So with her and her music, and she, you know, she clings so tight to him. That's one of the things that it draws me closer to her.
Okay.
And I admire her as a singer. I love her music.
She inspires you a lot?
Well, music inspires me.
Music inspires you.
I listen to music that, you know, I listen to the words of songs. You know, some people, it's all about the beat. I listen to the words.
Right.
And it's like, you know, you meditate, you listen, you say, okay, this is saying this, you know, this is so true, like upward movements. For me, it's always about moving forward. It's always about moving forward.
We're coming up to a break. There's always a saying that you can never want more. You can never outgrow yourself in wanting more. And we'll talk about that when we come from the break. We'll be right back.
Are you in need of home improvements? From ceiling to floors, cabinets and doors, new craft home improvement and cabinetry. Custom bathrooms, kitchen, wood floor, molding, painting, and more. Contact us at 754-367-0403 or 954-559-1506. Email newcraft@ymail.com. Visit us at newcraftimprovements.com.
How to enter into a journey of maximum entertainment for the entire universe. Always remember, the universe would not be the same without RHR TV 1. Go on time the building, reporting live.
Welcome back to Chatting with the Stars. I'm in studio with Spici, Vici, international actor, comedian, female comedian, and also an actress coming up into the movie Crossroads. Who the movie was written by?
The movie was written by Cecile Campbell. It also won a bronze medal at a JCDC festival.
Wow. So you're in good hands.
Good hands. And she chose Sammy to be the director. So she sent that script all the way. You know how many people in Jamaica want that script? And she sent it all the way from Jamaica to Sammy. And Sammy, he picked the characters, he handpicked them. Mm-hmm. So he picked, he picked my mom, Audrey, my mother in the movie. You know, she's my mother in real life, not my birth mother, but she's one of my mothers. So we cling all the cast. We just cling together like one family. So he handpicked the whole cast, And we, you know, we live good, we communicate well, we don't have any problems. So our communication is great. So the whole cast was handpicked.
Was handpicked by Mr. Sammy
by
Question.
Mr. Sammy Question. You know, everything Sammy do. Sammy's all about rules and regulations. So, you know, I'm always in trouble, right? Because me evaluate. So, but
Any other rules you break?
well, I try not to break the rules and I try my best not to break them. But, you know, sometimes I slip out. But that's always in trouble. From a little bit. You know, so when I'm in trouble. Even here in school. And I'm in school, right? And teacher walk in a class by me, look up, teacher say, oh my gosh, Shavini, what did you do this time? I said, Miss, me not do nothing. I always have a guilty face. So even when I don't give any trouble, I seem to be in trouble. So, you know, I'm just that child who's always in trouble.
What type of trouble did you give growing up?
Well, let me think.
Lie?
I was Lord of mercy, lie. Papa Jesus. So as a child growing up, you know, I was a dreadful little pick-me, you know. You see me do something, I don't know me do it.
You have to see you.
Even if you see me, I'm telling you, it was that bad. Even if you see me doing it, I didn't do it. And I'll convince you that I didn't do it. It's very convincing. No, you know why I always wanted to be a lawyer. Very convincing. My story stick. I sit down and tell you something and you believe it. But I grow that out though. When I was 11, I come to the my mother crazy, you know. My mother used to beat me for the lie, you know. And she beat me for the lie. She beat me for tell the truth. And she beat me for the thing when I do. So now I just get 3 beaten when I could get either 1 or none. But I learned that at an early age. Well, maybe not that early because it took me a whole 11 years to learn that. And after I learned that, at 11, when I learned that, I stopped lying. I stopped lying completely. And at this point, I don't even lie to get out of trouble.
You just tell it as it is.
I tell it as it. Sometimes, you know what? You know, sometimes you need a little filter not to tell the whole truth. And sometimes I tell a partial truth.
Which is still a lie.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because if you ask me something, right? Mm-hmm. Like I say, you're my boyfriend. And you say, who are you out with, my friend?
Yes, I can understand that type of lie, but you're
but that's not a lie though. I was out with my friend. I just didn't go into details and say to you, well, my friend was John Brown, and me and John Brown kind of have a little fling. I just didn't give you the details. So it's a partial truth.
You really need to become a lawyer. You need to go back to law school. I think that's where you need to go.
Right, people out there on RHR TV, you know, so be rich people watch RHR TV, you know. Serious something now. I don't want to pay if I go back to law school. I talk it truth, people. I not ask so much, you know. I just pay if you send me to law school, please, people. I not beg nobody nothing. But if you don't want to pay for law school for me will take you. I not beg on nothing, you know. I not beg on nothing. No want me number, I go put up all of my information. I can make a GoFundMe page, you know. I pay for me to law school. I'm Spici Vici Law School GoFundMe page. Yes, people.
You got that one off your chest?
Yes.
Is that, on a serious note, is that something you would do? Go back to, at this time, go back to school?
If I would go back to school?
Yes.
I would go back to school. You know, sometimes, you know, I get this urge, like I need to be in school. Just, you know, sometimes this school thing kind of take me in. And I said, no, man, I kind of feeling this school business. No, man, I go back to school because I have to study and work. I can't deal with it. But I do get the urge sometimes to go back to school. However,
have you achieved all your goals? What are some of your goals that you have? In 5 years' time, where do you see yourself?
In 5 years' time?
Yes.
Good question. Have I achieved all my goals? Well, no. I make goals, but then, you know, as you get older, some of your plans change. Like, I had plans to have 2 kids before I turned 30. I'm still 16, guys. You know, 30 creeping up on me. You know, once I hit 16, then 30, they're right around the corner. Right now, for me to have 2 kids before I turn 30 is not possible at all. It's not possible.
Do you have children?
I don't have any kids as yet. I don't have any kids, but I have kids. I always have kids. But they're not biologically mine.
Okay.
But everyone me go me collect pick me have about 6 children, you know. Everyone me go me collect them and carry them home.
So you have children at home now?
No. But by tomorrow me I gonna have 1 child at home.
And how would that 1 child get to your home?
Me not gonna pick them up from feed them people them home.
Oh, you babysit?
No, I don't babysit. I own these kids until I return them.
And the parents really leave you there with them, knowing that you're pretty much nonsense. You have no sense, and they have a few common sense.
Well, me tell you, you see.
Did you tell them
One
that you're
sense
like
me
that?
have, but you see, if me have 2 cents and the main one a nonsense, me born with the nonsense and none of them. So you know, me not gonna take the nonsense from them, and me alone born with it. Nobody not come take that from me. Me not play them game there. Me alone will keep my nonsense. Nobody now come take it from me. So when these kids, when I have them, they behave themselves. They do. I don't have to shout. I don't beat people's kids, so that's totally out of it.
We're going to take a... Well, so your motherhood is a part of your goals.
That is a part of my
Goal
goal.
biologically to have. So you're getting married soon?
Any husband, hold on, you know, we have any husband out there trying to find a wife?
Yeah, Chat with the Stars is helping now to find a bachelorette with the bachelor.
If you're trying to find, I need a nice little Christian man who can wash, cook, and clean. And I want a man who is domesticated. I want fully domesticated man. You must know if you wash, cook, clean, iron. Me help you up now and then still, you know. But me just want you know what you get into. But me want a nice little man, 7 foot tall, but if you are 6 foot, me work with you. What me I look for again now, man? I want a nice man. Make sure you can have children. But me not really want to know if you have none yet. But make sure you can have children.
Anyway, we are almost out of time, so can you put up all your information for us to let us know how we can read Spicy Vici? You have given us most of this interview, a piece of what you have to offer. It was accepted. I enjoyed it. I enjoy your charisma and your approach to comedy. And I know the people are really, really serious about watching and coming out to see Spicy Vici, especially in the movie Crossroads. I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. When will it be out?
Currently we don't have a date as to when it's going to be out, but we're working on it, and it is in the near future.
Okay.
Very near future. It's a must watch. It's a must watch. You can't miss Crossroads, you know. Just come out and watch Crossroads. No matter what happens, Crossroads is a must watch. You can't miss it. But if you want to find Spicy, you find Sammy. If you don't find Sammy, you find Spicy. Enough time Sammy I try hide from me still, you know. But me
why?
Because me always late, man. And me always in a trouble. And Sammy warn me and say Spicy. And he try hide from me, but me always find him. Then sometimes he don't know who me be. Because I don't know if me a Haitian, if me a Jamaican, if me a Trinidadian, if me a British. So he don't know who me. So he say me have too much personality, so he hide from me.
Wow. I can imagine the pressure that he's under to keep up with all these people.
But I also have a GPS on Sammy. So
Really?
I also the one woman never tell no about the best personality is the Sammy stalking personality and can't hide from it anyway them find him.
With that note, Chatting with the Star will take a bow out. We're out of time. We were speaking with Spici Vici, a female comedian ruling in her own dominion of womanhood and being an academic